When you look at the unemployment ratio in this country, the percentage is very high. I mean, every graduate, you see, when you look at the training college, people are trained to be in a specified field. So compare your strength and weakness. I don't know, you just have to compare where you are good at. Because if you go to the university, if you go to the training college to pursue something just because your colleagues are also doing it, when you are suffering and you can't study no more, your grades are, going down. No,
we even complete and get into the job field and wish to divert to.
The parents would have to inquire and get to know the strength and weakness of this child, get to know his or her interest. For instance, if the person is interested in drawing, you see the person is very good at arts. As a parent, you need to encourage this student in the arts field. He or she wants to draw anything, needs marker, needs table. You put that to the student. So you see that when growing up from JHS, the person would like to have interest in going to further to do arts course at the senior high school level, because you have developed the interest. You see, at that point, after the senior high school, the students will begin to have interest in a certain course going to the university.
What's up, everybody? You're welcome back to Major Vibes. My name is Sadiq, and in the studio with me, I have Mr. Mudasir. So Mudasir is going to give us a quick introduction about himself, and then we take it from there.
Thank you very much, Salim. My name is Mudasir Braimah. I'm a level 300 Legon student studying biological science, and I'm very honored and privileged to be here with you, Salim.
All right. So we'll be having a discussion concerning education. And the point of our discussion is going to be focused on a situation whereby to me, it has become widespread. But I don't know if you've had any experience with it. And that is the fact that most young people, high school leavers, when it's about time for them to go to the university or training college, they are met with a situation whereby their parents or their guardians wishes or wants to force them to study a particular course or go to a particular school. And that in itself is not a problem. But the problem arises when the child doesn't want to study that course or go to that school, yet they are being forced to go to pursue that dream of their parents. So I don't know, have you had any interaction experience with that?
Yeah, thank you very much, Salim. I think it's a common problem in our society. And that's like I was saying, we should know that every parent wants the best for their kids. Every parent asking their kid to go into a particular course wants the best. But they should also know that whatever course you force down the throat of the kid and it doesn't go well with the kid, it will be counterproductive, meaning you'll be investing in something that is useless, because once the kid does not have interest in whatever that he or she is being given to or suggested to go and do, it is going to be a useless venture. So yeah, I've heard of several, cases of such. As we are sitting here, we even have an applicant group where we have prospective students who want to enter into the University of Ghana and Legon, and we are advising them. So we take it upon ourselves, and we've had so many situations where people come and tell us, my parents want me to do this, my parents want to do that, yet it's against my will and all that. So yeah, it's no problem.
I don't know. I think both parties can be blamed for this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm met with such cases, what I feel is that the student, they themselves aren't aware of what they want to do.
Well, it depends on the strength and weakness of the child, or you the student.
The reason I'm saying is that, I've had a situation whereby it was a week before this person's diagnostic results were out. So I was asking him, I wasn't even, it was on WhatsApp. So I was asking him, so what are your plans? From here, where do you go? He was like, I don't have any plans for now. And that was it.
No, so in that case, you don't have to blame the child, because they say charity begins at home. So whatever it is, it has to start from the home. The parents would have to inquire and get to know the strength and weakness of this child, get to know his or her interest. For instance, if the person is interested in drawing, you see the person is very good at arts. As a parent, you need to encourage this student in the arts field. He or she wants to draw anything, needs marker, neat, stable. You put that to the students. So you see that when growing up from JHS, the person would like to have interest in going to further to do arts course at the senior high school level, because you have developed the interest. You see, at that point, after the senior high school, the students will begin to have interest in a certain course going to the university. So you see, most students or whoever you encounter, and they tell you that, I don't know what I'm doing, it tells you that charity begins. It tells you that the charity at home didn't start well. Their parents didn't give them that much.
I'm not challenging your point, but there's also the situation whereby most children or some children aren't gifted with, or they wouldn't even discover by then their natural talents that they can use, let's say drawing, singing, rapping, or dancing, anything that has to do with them involving themselves. So it may come at a later point in life. But even before going to senior high school, that situation still exists. There are students that I met with studying general arts or general science. They want to study this course, but some parent or some guardian or family member feels like, you've had good grades in this subject, maybe you should go and study this. And so I think it's a widespread situation, but I always feel like it has to do with the child sometimes not voicing out what they have in their hearts.
That's what I was saying. At the end of the day, it will still go back to the parents, Salim, because we don't look after ourselves. Either you have a guardian, either you have a parent, whoever is looking after you. That's your first attachment as when you're giving birth. So I'll use myself for instance. When I was primary school, I attended one model primary school. We had one inter-science teacher. She used to hold my hand. Doctor, you go and do science. I was good at just integrated science. And that was the notion she was putting into my mind. I was like, why not? I'd like to become a medical doctor to save lives and all that. We've all said it. But when I went to junior high school, I started participating in debate, quiz and all that. Yes. So I thought I was good. I was brilliant. But as we were going to senior high school, when we were to select general arts or general science, I had an encounter with one of our teachers called Mr. Abacha, popularly known as Mr. Sani Abacha. He said, you see, the kind of person I am, me, Mudasir, he has seen that my passion is in the arts field, but I want to do science. Why did I pick that decision? You know, science people are known to Braimah. So everyone wants to be part of it. He's doing general science, no Braimah, you don't want to be left out. That was one of the reasons I wanted to also go and do science, to ensure that yes, I have the brains. But then I looked at it, politics, journalism, I see I'm very good at reading. But I also want to do science to show that I'm also good. So at the end of the day, I decided to pick science for NANSEC. And at the latter part, I got to know, no, general science was not my field. So at the end of the day, as students, as we move on, we have to also access ourselves to see where we are going. See, if at the end of the day, senior high school, the person say, I don't know what I'm about. I don't know what I want to go and do. That's why the parents can suggest to the students or to the kid or to the child. You can only make a suggestion, but not force it down the throat. Because when you make a suggestion, you are making it based on the WASSCE results that have come, based on the person's past BC results. So when you combine both, you, the parents, can sit down to say, okay, with this, I suggest you do this, I suggest you do this. But you see, forcing the course down the throat of the student is very, very difficult. At the end of the day, it's not just about the studies the person will go and study. It's about the practicality of whatever the person will go and study. Because if you force engineering down the throat of the person, when you go to the university, engineering is not where you are going to sit up for students to go and teach you how to. No, everyone for himself. Mm-hmm. So you just have to suggest to the students, and you as the student or the kid, we all have a responsibility on our shoulders to go through the courses your parents have suggested to you, tell them your interests, voice out, because it's about your future. It's a decision of a lifetime. If today you refuse to take that decision, for instance, I'm doing a science course, biological science at Legon, but I'm into so many other extracurricular activities aside me doing the science. So actually the science, I had interest in it, but I'm also doing other curricular activities. So I've developed interest in the science. I've seen where it will send me to, but it has given me another opportunity. For all you know, if I didn't do the science, the opportunities I had wouldn't have come. So as the individual, as the kid, as a child, you need to also take that responsibility and know that yes, as I'm going to senior high school, as I'm going to tertiary, you need to have a purpose in life. What's your goal? What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? And we have to play with the parents. We have to really play with them to look at the level, the courses they want to give to their kids. Because if you give me engineering for me like this, I don't have a problem with mathematics, but I'm not very good at mathematics. I mean, I know 1 plus 1, but if you do 1 plus and give me a box and tell me it is equal to 2, that's why I'll find difficulty in getting my answer. So everyone has their talents. So in discovering everyone's talent or gift, natural gift, it starts from the home. That's what I believe in. It starts from the home. So whatever we are going to, we need to blame the parents. We need to also encourage our fellow students and our kids and our child brothers to find a purpose in life. Because if you really don't find a purpose in life, I think that you will not be able to get.
There is also, I don't know if I should call it a myth.
Yeah.
But it's a myth between colleges and then universities.
Yeah.
Most of our old people, I mean our parents, those of them that especially didn't go to school.
Yeah.
They have this perception that if you go to the university, you come out with no job. You wouldn't get employment.
Yeah.
But if you go to training college, any of the training colleges, especially the public ones, you'll be employed by the government immediately you complete.
Yes, that's how she...
Does that myth still hold relevance today?
Well,
is it even true?
Well, it depends. At the end of the day, when you look at the unemployment ratio in this country, the percentage is very high. I mean, every graduate... You see, when you look at the training college, people are trained to be in a specified field. So when you go to teaching training college, nursing training college, that's where they ask them to wear uniform. It's to be able to monitor their behavior, monitor how they do their stuff. And that's why they're more enclosed in that area as compared to the university where we all have our freedom. So you see, the training college is to train you into a certain form. Now, when you look at the university, you have the freedom to whatever it is. Now, when it comes to the employment opportunities, the training college is more of government related, fine. So it means that your name is on the government list, your name is in the institution. So as you complete, they post badges by badges. So 2015 badge. So at the end of the day, once your name is in the list, the government institution, you will get employed. But at the end of the day, if you come out, let's say those who complete 2015, they have not been posted, and you are completing 2023. So meaning 2020,
you'd have to wait.
You would have to wait for them to post all of them
until it gets to you.
But if I graduate from, let's say, University of Education, Winneba, as a teacher, because maybe I've done English, I will have the opportunity to be able to apply to GS directly.
Right.
You see, so GS will then ascertain per my degree that I have brought, per the class I have graduated in, the expertise I have gained in the university, to either give me employment in the schools or not. So, well, it's not on one side, it's a balance, because everyone is, once the person attends the university, it's a luck issue. Whether you come out and people acknowledge your expertise. You see, the disadvantage of going to a training college is that the private companies will not have that much trust in you, because you have been trained like a robot.
You must work in a certain field.
Yes, you must work in a certain field. But when you go to the tertiary institution, you are exposed to so many things. People learn how to dance, people learn how to sing over there. And even during your course, there are some sectors you go to do internship at so many places. That is not related to your field. People are doing teaching, but they go to do internship at radio station. But your internship is in the classroom. So you see that those who go to university will have upper hand over you, in the sense that they can also go to the private sector, work in the private companies as well. But you in the training college, if government does not post you, let's say if you come out and they posted 7 years ago people, you will have to be in the queue. So you see the disadvantage over there. So all of us have our advantages, but it depends on. So you see, that's the advantage the university probably will have over someone who's going to a training college, right, because of how we are all being trained and oriented as well.
Yes. That makes sense, because but one thing I've also come to realize is that I think our parents are used to negotiating.
Yeah.
Sometimes even when they have good results that could get them into any school that they want to go to, but they'll still be looking for some family member somewhere or a relative somewhere to get them into a particular school.
Yeah.
They don't always know the value of the results that their kids are having. Like I was saying, there's a situation whereby this guy had better results that could get him to any university.
Yeah.
And he personally went to study computer science at the university. But when he said it to the parents, they accepted. And then they gave him the money to pay the school fees when he got the admission. Then a few days later, The sister who is in Tamil reached out to them was like, oh, I have a friend in Tamil training college, teacher training college that could give you admission. And then immediately the father started reconsidering that they wanted him to go to the teacher training without even consulting whether he wanted it. But fortunately for him, like I said, he had the money and then he went and paid the admission straight, and very soon he'll be going to school. So I think we as students also need to always, talk to our parents. Sometimes it's hard, especially when you grow up in a situation whereby that kind of open dialogue doesn't happen in the home. It becomes very hard for you to open up to your parents, especially when they tell you, oh, go and do this. Because we are raised to always follow their rules. So once they tell you to do this, it becomes hard. You'd have what you want to tell them, but then you soak it in and then keep it down. But I think at some level, you need to open up. Tell them what you want. And the best they can do is to look into it, find their face, and then
I think that is very common in the northern sector of our country. Mostly the northern, upper west, upper east, and all the northern sector, because we are being taught have some cultural tradition where the elderly is always sensible and the wisest person among us. And how dare you challenge their command or whatever. But over there at the southern sector, when you go, I've interacted with so much. You see, at first when someone was when our confidence level was low, because even when you go to your roommates, you see that, oh, there are big guys there. You give them respect because where you are coming from, anyone who is older than you give them respect. But as time goes on, you see them behaving some childish attitude that you say, this person, I expect you are grown, you are more than me. So it's the confidence level that is so down over here. But when you go to the southern sector, they give that open dialogue to their kids. Like their kids are able to explain and tell you there are some things you just watch and you're like, how I wish I could also express myself to my parents over there. So I think it's a challenge that we have to face here in the northern sector, and we have to encourage our parents that it's not as if you are trying to say you are right or you know better, but it's about what you also want. It's high time we communicated such grievances, and our parents have to acknowledge that it is about what the child wants, not what you want.
Even at that point of a child going to university, you should expect the child to know what they want. They should know good from bad.
Exactly.
So
I mean, with regards to all that, we have to really take those into consideration and look at actually what the child. You see, the kind of culture and tradition we have in another sector where our parents feel they have to just give it to you and you don't have a say. It's very bad, and it's really reducing the confidence level of our mates here up north. Just like you said, your friend could go and pay the admission fee and could get admission, but who wants to pay the school fees? It's your parents. So if you have the money to go and pay for the application, what do you call it, the voucher card, go and buy the form. But who is sending you to school? It's your parents. So you'll have to find a way. You have to look for the ways and means in which you can also sit down with your parents and talk to them. It's not going to be easy. For instance, you can always wait for them whenever they are in a good mood. You sit down with them, they're in a good mood. You sit down with them, then you express yourself politely to them and let them know that this is what you want. Yes, I deviated from your orders by going to buy the form for a particular university, but it doesn't mean I'm trying to be disrespectful. I just want to also show that this is where my interest is, and you humbly plead with them. They should help you and support you financially, emotionally to undergo, to go to this university because that's where you feel it is best. Yeah, so I think when one humbly pleads with their parents and you present your case politely, I think they will also voice out their concerns, why they think you should also go and do otherwise. Then I don't know, the people or the child.
This is my point. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Most of them don't know even what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
And that one is a fact. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you. So do you have like any sources or any place or any ideas that they can get information about courses at the university or different school and even the workspace if like there's chance of being employed quickly or immediately?
I think from the start, we should start from the senior high school level. You see, we have guidance and counseling units at the very senior high school level. In case you are doing general arts, general science, you have some courses in mind, they can always go to their guidance and counseling unit at their various schools, express themselves. They can get the expertise to tell you about the courses you might have interest in, their disadvantages, and also the students weigh your strengths and weaknesses, where you can also follow. In case you do not, go to your guidance and counseling unit after the senior high school, you could also use your phone. The phone is the most, many a time we tend to misuse the phone for other purposes, but the phone is very useful. You could go to Google now, AI is there. Tell AI, I'm good at maths, but my e-maths is this. AI will give you suggestions. Google will give you suggestions. So there are so many websites. You can go to the university website, University of Ghana, KUST. Now we have UBs here. You can go to their website, look at their course requirements, look at yourself as the individual. So all these sites are available. And even I think most of the schools through their SRC executives and whatever also create WhatsApp groups for these applicants before they come into the university to educate them about the various courses they have interest in. And it's then upon you, the student or the kid, to also look into these, recommendations that will be coming from your seniors who have already been there, your mentors, people you look up to, and compare your strength and weakness. I don't know, you just have to compare where you are good at, because if you go to the university, if you go to the training college to pursue something just because your colleagues are also doing it, when you are suffering and you can't study no more, your grades are, going down. No,
you even complete and get into the job field and wish to divert to.
If you get to the job for me, because you may not be able to exhibit whatever expertise you had at your university level, because it was never what you wanted. You were just doing because you just wanted to get the grades and you never had interest in it. So in case anyone has that idea that you want to pursue what you want, you need to also look at, all the time, the students have to be flexible as well. Don't just stick your mind, I want to be a medical doctor, I want to be a lawyer. Because as I'm sitting here, I also wanted to become a medical doctor. But immediately we got to organic chemistry in chemistry, and that's why I knew that my dream of becoming a medical doctor has come to an end. Yes, this is where it will stop, because I knew that I was not good at organic chemistry. It was giving me a lot of nightmares. And I even went and met it at university level, and university level too. You know that if you don't do well, you have receipt, and I'm not ready to go and tell my parents to pay money for receipt money. So I really did my best, and I had my pass, and so now I'm no longer doing organic chemistry, because I knew, you see, you had the ambition, you want to be a medical doctor. But then the way you weigh your strength and weakness, you know that organic chemistry is what you must master in. Chemistry is what you must know. Physics is what you must, biology is what you must know. But look, when you get there, it is not the biology that you are thinking about. It's no longer the chemistry that you are doing at senior school that you thought could lead you to become your medical doctor. You don't have your strength there. Then you have to also look at it and say, nah, it's not time to draw back, go and re-strategize, go and look at the other courses that are available. Where can I pass and become a medical doctor again? If it's the nursing, you can come and do. If it's the physician assistantship that you can do for the meantime. There is no hurry in life. Exactly. There is no hurry in life. So you just have to take your time. It doesn't matter the number of years anyway. I saw a colleague, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, it was like I started about 3 good years. He's now going to apply to KUST to go to school. I was like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter the number of years. Let's just pray for long life and prosperity. And he should just take his time. Because at the end of the day, once there is life, there's always a way. We have people who are 60 years. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Shelley Ayukoboche, she's 60 years and that's when she graduated from the law school. So it doesn't really matter the number of years. It's about what you want to achieve, and the goal, and then what you want to achieve and what you want to become and what you want to use it for. Because if you come go and graduate law school and go and sit at your home, you are not IQ, people are not recognizing you, that law degree or whatever you have gained is useless. So all these sites, websites are available, the mobile phones are available, people are also there to talk to them. When you go to YouTube, when you go to Twitter, you have finance people in those fields. We should make good use of them as well. And I believe students and our fellow colleagues and younger brothers who are also coming up will be able to make informed decisions with regards to the courses that they would like to pursue at the university. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mudasir.
You're welcome.
And we appreciate your time coming here and the knowledge you've given to us.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, this video makes sense to someone out there.
Sure.